Hey guys, welcome back to another training video. I am Kenya Horton, and in this video, I'm going to walk you through a live trade example that I'm in of Euro USD, and I'm going to show you how this trade came together for me, why I took it, and also show you how price is pretty much respecting my chart markup. So if you have taken my Forex charting and analysis course, you'll be very familiar with what I'm pointing out right now. And if you haven't, I'll still go slow and break it down for you. So one of the things that I teach is that when we start on a higher time frame, it doesn't matter what type of trader you are, if you're a scalper or if you are an intraday trader, we start on the higher time frame, at least the 4-hour or daily, to try to get a scope of what actually is going on in the market, what is the trending structure. And so previously we were in an uptrend on this pair, and you'll see, how do we know that? Because we have a low here, we then have a higher high followed by a higher low, and price continued making those higher highs and higher lows. Okay, so if we know that, one of the things that I teach is just to kind of make sure that we're accurately seeing this. I am a firm believer in the use of using your trend lines and just making things easy for you. I like to turn this to a line chart. I then will get my trend line and just connect my swing points. Okay, so you'll see here, I'm going to show you when you need to start changing your bias. So let's say if we know that price was in an uptrend, and when do we start changing our bias if that changes? So I'm going to show you one of the things that I noticed. Well, you'll see that price sort of went into a range, so to speak, and really wasn't showing any upward or down movement. We kind of just came into this range here. All right. And so what you'll see is that price actually came to this structure level here and failed to stop making higher highs. Now, that was a signal to us that, okay, price probably doesn't want to go any higher, right? So when I saw that price came to this level, and then I started to switch my bias, and I saw that price was then starting to make lower highs and lower lows. So let me show you here. I'm going to get rid of this. Okay. So this could have been an entry here, especially when you saw rejection off that channel resistance line. And then notice how price broke short, pulled back into our channel resistance area, showed some rejection. Okay, that is a beautiful entry there. And then we saw price sell off. And you'll notice on my charts, I always have my sell zones in red. So if you see my chart markups in our Telegram is in the description of this video. My sell zones are always in red. My take profit zones are always in yellow. And my blue zones are potential buy zones, or might be a potential scalp zone, maybe. But ideally, you'll see that you want to trade with the trend. Okay, we want to follow the banks. So whichever direction they're driving price, that's what we want to do as well. But I took the trade, I'll show you. I took a trade here. I also was able to buy the correction on this sell as well. Now, I'm skilled at trading short term and doing counter trend trading. So if you're not, I don't recommend it. But I also took the sell here as well too. So we know that in following market structure, that the best places for us to enter for a sell, especially in a downtrend, is near a lower high, not a lower low. All right. This is not where we want to enter. So we do not want to enter, for example, down here. This is not where we want to enter for a sell. We want to enter close to a structure level, close to a lower high, because why? Let's say, for example, what if price decided to do something like this? And then we have to switch our bias. It breaks our channel resistance area, and then we have to switch our bias. Well, we know that if we do enter from here, we could keep our risk minimal. We don't have to have a very wide stop loss. Now, you want to have your stops away from structure so you're not prematurely stopped out. But what I'm saying is that if you enter down here, for example, which would not be a good entry. You then are stuck in a lot of drawdown. So when you are trading market structure, you want to remember that you always want your entries closer to a structure level. So that way, if your bias is wrong, then you are not in too much drawdown. Okay. But this is very simple, guys. I don't, as you can see, my charts are not very complicated. I don't have a whole lot of stuff on my chart. I'm basically am following price. Where is it going? If I see that we are now positioning into a downtrend, then I want to be trading with the trend. All right. So what am I going to do? I'm going to wait for price to pull back into a structure level, and I'm going to look for signal entries or triggers for me to get into the trade based on what my trading plan implicates. All right. So you'll see here that when I did do that, I took a sell right off of this structural level zone here. And how did I know to take profit in this area? Well, all I do is I look left for clues. So if you see here, if I turn this to a line chart, I look for previous price action areas where price served as both support and resistance. So I'm looking for at least maybe 2 to 3 touches off of a previous zone. Okay. And if you look there, and even if we continue to look left, if I move this zone out, look at that. You'll see here where price was previous resistance also became support. And what did price do in the future? It returned to this previous support, respected it, bounced off of it, came back to it, respected it again. So anytime you have a strong zone where you have at least 2 to 3 touches, then you can expect for a price to possibly return there in the future as well. And you'll see here, that's exactly what it did. So this was my take profit target this morning off of my intraday trade. So if I were to plan another possible entry, I would wait and see exactly what price wants to do. And if we're going to continue into a downtrend, then of course I'd wait for price to pull back into a structural level and take another position closer near my channel resistance. If price were to suddenly break through, then I know that it's time for me to possibly switch my bias. Okay. So hopefully this helps. I'd like to be able to walk you guys through practical examples just to show you how you can do this on your own. You guys comment on this video and let me know if this was helpful or what questions you have. Be sure to connect with us inside of our Telegram. The link to that is in the description of this video. And I will see you guys in the next training.